already know this is Punch Drunk Boxing, aka Mr. Moo Shine himself, aka El Adobo, aka El Sazon, aka El Borracho, aka Café Bustelo, aka El Pastor de Boxeo. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are this side of heaven. God bless you all. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all already know this is Sunday night hangover recap with your boy, Mr. Moonshine. Shout out to everybody in the chat. What's good? Hunter of the Hunt. Hunter of the Hunt, one of the members of Punch Drunk Boxing. Join Hunter of the Hunt, become a member of Punch Drunk Boxing. Also join the Mora. What's good, Mora? Yeah, Haney crime, man. Hey, you want ticket? Haney want ticket? Calling a grown man at 6 o'clock in the morning for some tickets. Never heard that thing in my life. They gonna be calling somebody of his stature at 6 o'clock in the morning for some tickets. 6 o'clock in the morning for some tickets? Huh? Man, I even decline a booty calling at 6 o'clock in the morning. I don't give a damn if it's Kim Kardashian, J Lo, huh? Calling me at 6 o'clock in the morning. The whole Kardashian lady family and stuff like that, except for Caitlyn Jenner. But not here. Don't call me. Man, we're gonna be talking about that. Let's see what's gonna happen. What Devin Haney gonna be doing next. I dropped the podcast episode earlier. Hey yo, go ahead and support my the Punch Drunk Boxing podcast. You already know it's not like the live. It's not like what everybody else is doing, recording their live and putting it as a podcast. Nah, man. My podcast episodes is exclusive for the people, you know what I'm saying? For the people that not necessarily on YouTube all day, but you know what I'm saying, when you put Spotify or Apple Podcasts or whatever podcast distribution app that y'all have, you know, you're going to work, you're working out, uh um rush hour, go and support and put a review up, man, on the Apple Podcast. I know everybody that got an iPhone got an Apple Podcast. Everybody that got an iPhone got an Apple Podcast stored on your phone right now. All right, so you don't even gotta download the podcast, the Apple Podcast app. You got Spotify, Punch Drunk Boxing. You already know, man. Just go to Punch Drunk Boxing. You're gonna see it. So support the episodes, man. Support the exclusive episodes. And I was talking about y'all seen Devin Haney had an interview with Andre Ward. Shout out to Andre Ward. Shout out to Devin Haney. Shout out to all the fighters, y'all. Man, he was lying through his teeth. You know, and look, I understand Devin. I understand Devin Haney got his butt whooped, and I know that it's hard for him to grasp that. But it's been that was April 20th, man. At this point, at this point, Devin Haney should not be sounding delusional. At this point, he should be in the gym taking accountability for the way that he got his butt whooped by Ryan Garcia, because Ryan Garcia whooped him from pillar to post. And y'all even see the new sparring footage that the Boxing Voice just put up, right? Ain't nothing changed. And what I told y'all from the leading up to the fight, I told y'all leading up to the fight, watch the amateurs. Every time I'm in a discussion and assessing a matchup and predicting a matchup, and I bring the amateurs, people who's going to be like, stop. The amateurs ain't the pros, yo. The amateurs ain't the pros, yo. But when we're dealing with young fighters, since there's not a lot to really gauge, because they just started. There's few films of them fighting elite fighters or veteran fighters. You got to look at what their habits in the amateurs, because they're not too far away from their amateurs. You understand what I'm saying? The same way that Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia fight in the amateurs, the same way they fought in the pros. This time around, Ryan Garcia just had 8 ounce gloves and no headgear, and that's what happens. Same way, you go watch the sparring, go watch the amateur fight. The same way, ain't nothing changed. When you head to the pro, look, there's only few fighters in the sport of boxing, only very, very few fighters in the sport of boxing that grow and add more to the toolbox in the pros. What they're using is the elite amateur. Lomachenko is fighting like he was an elite amateur. Everybody is fighting, got the skills and talent of the elite amateur. That's it. All they do in the pros is that they get used to more rounds, right? They don't got to rush their work. It's more of game planning, especially when you hit the 10 rounds and the 12 rounds or maybe the 8 rounds. That's what changes, right? Stamina changes, right? Not rushing your work. Shout out to people when the chat was good. David Rodriguez in the building was good, man. Body bags in the building. Tres in the building. Low nose boxing in the building was good. Wariqua in the building. Tio versus Devin for now has sailed until Devin's gets a solid win over a solid guy, and then he can get a TO fight. All right. All right. An opinion, credible opinion. Also, we're going to be talking about what happened this past weekend out there in the UK. 98,000 witnessed Daniel Dubois beat up AJ Anthony Joshua, one of the faces of boxing, from pillar to post. He kept on knocking him down. AJ kept getting up. Knock you down again, kept on getting up. Knock you down again, kept on getting up. Damn. The heart of Anthony Joshua just doesn't compliment. Well, Anthony Joshua's chin just doesn't compliment his heart. Anthony Joshua's chin just doesn't complement the statistical fortitude and mental fortitude. Because if it wasn't for his chin, I think that Anthony Joshua will keep on getting up and getting up and getting up and getting up like a penis in the morning, getting up. Oh, man. He said 97 shattered fans, 1,000 very happy fans. Mr. T, that was a funny one, right? That is true. Everybody's still talking about Anthony Joshua. Even us, I think we're going to be talking more about Anthony Joshua than Daniel Dubois. But yeah, last year, if y'all been following the channel, subscribe to the channel, smash the like button. I've been telling y'all my Super Six. I did a video last year, December 23, 2023. I think it was December or November. But that was right after Daniel Dubois' victory, right? And I said the Super Six, these young fighters, because remember, Daniel Dubois is still young. He's 27 years old. And you notice that when we talk about young fighters, a lot of people do miss out on Danny Dubois. But credit Frank Warren, credit his team for not babysitting Danny Dubois like many other promotions and PBC have babysitted Javante Tan Davis. This is boxing. If it wasn't for Danny Dubois getting put in the trenches versus George Joyce, his experience that he gained, and not only the fight that people got to realize this. People got to realize that it's just not the fight that you gain experience. It's also the camp. See, when you fighting an elite fighter, you get the proper sparring partners. You pay. Don't think when, and that's what I want people to emphasize. I know a lot of people in this community don't talk the way that we talk out here. You feel me? Because we hardcores out here. They don't talk like we talk. We go in depth. When you fighting an elite fighter, your camp is elite. Your camp fee is elite. As a matter of fact, if people know in the sport of boxing, when you get your camp fee from these promotional from your promoter, if you fight, I'm gonna give you an example. If you fighting, if I can't say a PBC fighter because they don't got they own they're their own promotion, so they gotta cough off their own money. Let's give an example like all right, Anthony Joshua. If Anthony Joshua is fighting Fulano, Fulano Guerrero. We don't know who Fulano Guerrero, right? His camp fee is not going to be so much, right? Matchroom Boxing will probably give him 100,000. 100,000 camp fee. Here you go, Anthony Joshua. But if his opponent is Tyson Fury, that there be a here's 250,000 for the camp fee or even more. Hunter of the Hunt with the $5 super chatty body gay. A comprar pizza con Coca-Cola. Diet Coca-Cola. We're going to be in the diet soon. Yeah, man, I'm going to go to rehab soon. Hunter of the Hunt. Yeah, man, your boy, Mr. Moonshine, we're going to rehab. Yep, I'm going to rehab, folks. I gotta go. No, 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 I'm not with the cocaine. No, it's not the bottle. I always felt that food has been the new crack. The new heroin is food. And I think that, you know what I'm saying, it's time. You know what I wanted to do? I don't want nobody to take my idea. But see, there's only 44 people looking on, so I don't think a lot of people are gonna take my idea. But this is my idea. Hunter the Hunt, maybe we could go to business together, my brother. Well, let me read what you just said. He said, from the ring entrance, it looked like Dubois was more pumped than Joshua and was ready to fight. He looked like he was coming to win. Rap Star Boxing Out is the voice of the UK London. Good looking out, Hunter the Hun. Appreciate you, my brother. God bless you. Always supporting your boy, being a member. I loyal support, man. I appreciate you. Rap Star Boxing Out is my boy. My boy, I think we got to go into business together. You know what I'm saying? Hunter the Hunt, Rap Star. Yo, I think we need to go into a business together. So this is my plan. This is my plan. I want to create a rehabilitation center, but that has nothing to do with drugs. I think that food is the drug. And there's a lot of people that want to lose weight rapidly, right? You know that people go to rehab for like 90 days. How about we set up a rehabilitation center to lose weight, to cut off the food, the bad food, the processed food? See, that's the crack. So your boy, I gotta get back. I gotta get my health back. I gotta get back in shape. So I'm going to rehab. This is my rehab out of these crackish, processed, greasy, sugary food. What y'all think about that, folks? Y'all don't see my vision? Damn, y'all don't see my vision. But we'll get there. Rapstar Boxing Knowledge says that's what we said about versus spins. Thunder's production con los 20 pesos. The super chatty chatty patty que dime, hermano. Thunder's production. God bless you, my brother. Hey, yo, Thunder, I haven't seen you in a while. What you been at? What you been doing? Rosa was good. Where you been at, Thunder? How's everything? How's the fams? How's everything, man? Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. God bless. God bless. Hope everybody had a good weekend. That's Jenny. He said that's Jenny Craig. I think they have tried that. Come on, man. No, no, no. We got to do it my way. Punch on boxing way. Nah, they haven't done it my way. They got Jenny Craig has some books. I told her rehabilitation center. Did she have a rehabilitation center? But anyway, he said, damn, I thought I had a good idea. Look at Hunter the Hunt, man. Trying to pop the air balloon and stuff like that. But anyway, Anthony Joshua, man, look, a lot of people want to critique Anthony Joshua. A lot of people is living the moment once again. And you know that I always say, yo, people stop being a slave to the moment. I told y'all about that with Tifa Lopez. I told y'all about that with Bud Crawford, the Earl of True Spin. Stop being a slave to the moment, right? How many times you hear fighters after fight and said, you know, uh, uh, um, the man was a better man tonight, right? For the night, for the night. But you know what? Let's talk about the heavyweight division, right? And I've dropped the video earlier on and stuff like that. But of course, you know what I'm saying? People don't support me when I talk about UK boxing, but it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. But at least we got to get it documented. We got to get it documented. A lot of people saying, going overboard, saying Anthony Joshua should retire. The way that Anthony Joshua got beaten up from pillar to post, he should retire. Tycho TV in the building was good, bruv. Just working, bro. Just living to follow God's will and feed my family. Amen, my brother. God first, everything second. Fight plus survive equals shoot champions. Taking care of the familia. That's what I'm talking about. Alpha males out here. No beta males in punch run boxing on the chat or nothing like that. We take care of the fams first. We take, but in God's will, through God's will. Without God, we nothing. Without God, we nothing. Without Jesucristo con la chancleta, we nothing. But Anthony Joshua, I think people are going overboard. And I said, damn, yo, the boxing world has become very, very bougie. Very, very bougie. So I asked the question, folks. Should Anthony Joshua, the former heavyweight champion of the world, the best resume of this era of heavyweights, he fight everybody anytime, any place? Of course, we still want to see Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury and stuff like that. We still want to see that fight. And I thought we was going to see that fight prior to the trilogy of Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. But anyway, people are saying Anthony Joshua because he got his butt whooped by Danny Dubois that Anthony Joshua should retire. But before we get to that, I want to talk about my Super Six. I said this last year. My Super Six was Tifa Lopez, Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, Bam Rodriguez, David Benavidez, and Danny Dubois. I said these guys that that is trying to keep the morals of the sport of boxing, the sport, right? We've seen Bam Rodriguez just beat Juan Francisco Estrada. We see Danny Dubois just beat Anthony Joshua, and I believe that he could have beaten. I think that it was a low blow. That was a legal low blow pause that Danny Dubois landed on Alexander Usyk. Hunter of the Hunt, Colo 20 peso. Good looking out. Appreciate you. You can actually have more of a healthier food because it's less calories. And sometimes you miss out on your favorite foods, but you just need to find balance in your eating habits. I love food too, but just sacrifice for goals. I know, man. Man, I know, man. Man, I just love some rice and beans and the greasy pollo guisado with some potato salad on the side or macaroni salad. I want to see this, man. When you born poor, man, and you really gotta watch because it's not enough food, or you ain't gonna get the same good food until next week or something like that. When you born poor and then you got money in your pocket, I go everywhere to eat. I'm a restaurant hopper. I'm a bar restaurant hopper. I gotta taste the best of the best. I just love food. Sometimes I'm not even hungry. I just want to. Yeah, let me get pad. Let me get some Spanish food. Let me get some Brazilian food. Let me get Korean food. Let me get some Indian food. Man, man. But it is what it is, man. I gotta take care of the health. You know what I'm saying? Gotta take care of the health. So we're going to rehab. Going to rehab. We going to rehab. So they be spitting on the food. Who be spitting on the food? Nah, man, they will be spitting on the food. Oh, you, yeah, yeah. What about? I ain't gonna eat no cats and dogs like Donald Trump says when he said Donald Trump said that the HBE cats and dogs. Oh, Mr. 45 is a funny dude, man. Yo, that was the highlight of the whole debate last time, right? yo, Trump, Trump is funny, bro. I don't know. He made me like, I don't know why people take. No, I like, damn, he got sarcasm. Like, don't take everything he says serious. He does make me laugh, bro. You hear some Haitian. What did he say? He is a liar. I don't eat no dogs. I don't eat no cats. I don't eat no meow meow. I don't eat no roof roof. Shit, the fool Jesus gonna whoop Donald Trump's behind, bro. Why Clef was looking for Trump. Somebody call 911. I'm going to hook up that former president. He said that my people eat meow meow and roof roof. Meow 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 meow. Y se no te come los gatos. He trouble about to eat yeah, Harris. But those are the Fat Five. Those are the Super Six. The Super Six that's under 30 that I believe is going to. And of course, there's gonna be other fighters that are gonna come up and do their thing. Shout out to Kid Austin. Shout out to Ben Whitaker. That's gonna. Hey, Ben Whitaker is going to be the king of the UK. Yes, shout out to Danny Dubois. And even Danny Dubois is the same age as Ben Whitaker, I think, or 1 year older or younger. But I do believe that Ben Whitaker will be the king of the UK. But I'm I'm tired, bro. I'm tired of people over exaggerating. What happened to the hardcore boxing fans? What happened to the macho man? I wanna be on my word. What happened to the machismo of the boxing fans? It's like we're so bougie now. Like, oh my God, Anthony Joshua, are you okay? I don't want you to fight anymore. I want you to retire. Please, just please don't ever lace him up again. Oh my God, I got so scared for you, Anthony. Anthony, yo tengo miedo, no pelees otra vez, please. Like, what's going on with the boxing fans? Okay, you got your ass whooped. That doesn't mean that you retire. That means that you go back to the drawing board and you get back and you get your confidence right back and you get your get back. What happened to the revenge? Nowadays, fans don't even want the fighter to get revenge. What's going on now? No, mate, no. Bloody, that was a bloody performance. No, mate. Don't ever step in the ring again. You have enough money. You have enough, bruv. Nah, man. Anthony Joshua in the post-fight interview said, man, we win some, we lose some. Come on, man. We love the movie Friday with Pops with the Spoon. We win some, we lose some. But we live. We live to see it, to fight another day. What happened to fight another day? What's happening to these bougie fans in the sport of boxing? What's happening? I know a lot of people, I know there's a lot of soil in your food, right? We were talking about food earlier, right? There's a lot of soy, there's a lot of feminists, there's a lot of feminine energy in the boxing world, man. When somebody get chin check, oh my God, he don't got no chin. When somebody get put down, oh my God, he's exposed. When somebody lose once, you think he's a loser for life. You forgot about all the wins. I believe I support Anthony Joshua to exercise his rematch and get his get back. Yes, Punch Rum Boxing, aka Mr. Moonshine, support AJ, aka Anthony Joshua, to go back, aka Under Armour, aka the Black Terminator. You know, I gave him that nickname a long time ago. The Black Terminator. I support Anthony Joshua to exercise his rematch clause. You know why? Because over here we're hardcore boxing fans. Over here, we understand the heavyweight division is in a whole different division from the other divisions. And heavyweights that have taken the laws, even taken bad laws, has been granted a rematch. This is the heavyweight division, the history of the heavyweight division. Let me put some photos up. So Punch Run Boxing will do and will say what other people can't say or haven't said because they're so bougie at the moment right now and so emotional. No, Anthony Joshua. I don't want you to step back in the ring. It was scary looking at Mr. Dubois hit you from left to right and dropping you. I mean, you had hearts and getting back up, but I never want to see that again. What's going on, man? It's a fight. Somebody got to win, somebody got to lose. Let Punch One Boxing remind y'all a couple of fights. Hold on. Boom. Hold on. Let me take this thing out of the way. Hold on. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. Look at these rematches. You remember when Povetkin, let's go with Povetkin and Dillian White. Remember when Povetkin knocked out Dillian White cold? I mean cold. I thought he was dead. I thought he was dead. Yo creía que lo mató el tigre. Right? We thought he was dead. And Dillian White, people were saying that Dillian White should need more time. You remember Dillian White said after that he want to get in the ring right quick. People said, no. Dillian White need more time. Dillian White is done. Dillian White should not exercise his rematch clause. And what did Dillian White did in the rematch? He stopped Povetkin. And look, ladies and gentlemen, just because there's a rematch, that doesn't mean that you got to win. But this is the heavyweight division. Heavyweights don't have the luxury to move up to another division and fight somebody else in another division and move up or move down. They just got each other. And the top dogs in the history of the heavyweight division always rematch each other. Win or lose, if you get your get back, you get your get back, but at least you get the opportunity to get your get back. That was the beauty of the heavyweight division. That even though you may have to get knocked out, look at Sonny Liston. Look at Sonny Liston versus Muhammad Ali. Let's go to the history of the sport of boxing. I know it bores some people, but I gotta educate the people because this is sponge raw boxing, baby. Muhammad Ali surprised the whole world Surprised the whole world. They're knocking out Sonny Liston, the big bad wolf, the top dog at that time. A lot of people was afraid of young Cassius Clay because before that, he got dropped in the 5th round. I think it was the 5th round. But Muhammad Ali, Cassius Clay beat Sonny Liston. But guess what? Sonny Liston wanted the rematch. At least he got the opportunity to get his get back. He lost, but at least he got the rematch. That was the nature of the heavyweight division. Let's look at Andy Ruiz. And look at the energy of the people when Andy Ruiz beat Anthony Joshua in Madison Square Garden. Remember, I used to think that Anthony Joshua still had his heart in the lost and found in Madison Square Garden. I called James Dolan, the one that owns the New York Knicks and the Liberty and stuff like that. I said, yo, my man, I got to go and visit Madison Square Garden right now. Can I go to the lost and found? Because AJ's about to fight this person. I want to see if his heart is there so he can prepare. You know, I'm cool with the people like that. You know, I know people in high places. What happened in the rematch with AJ and Andy Ruiz? AJ got his get back, but do you remember all the criticism of AJ? Do you remember? You remember when they said that, oh, AJ is not a real fighter. AJ doesn't train like a boxer. AJ trains like a bodybuilder. AJ need to fire his trainer. AJ needs to retire. AJ stayed in New York City for a week after that loss. You know, one of the things that and this is the reason why I support AJ exercising his rematch. You know why? Because I admire the way Anthony Joshua takes his loss. The reason why in his rematches, he makes a good account of himself, even though in the rematch with Alexander Usyk, he lost, but he looked way better than the first fight. But in Andy Ruiz, he won. But at least he had the opportunity to get his get back. When people writes him off, he goes back to the drawing board. And another thing about Anthony Joshua always searching. He'll go from this country. He was here in America. He went to Dallas. Let me get this trainer. I'm looking for a trainer. I'm looking for that chemistry. I still want to be great. I want to be greater. I want to be great. You got to admire that from Anthony Joshua because Anthony Joshua got so much money, he could have quit a long time ago. Some people be like, well, you know what I'm saying, when you sleeping in silk sheets, you ain't hungry anymore. Anthony Joshua is still hungry. But this is the heavyweight division. One punch could change a thing. It don't matter who you are. It don't matter what type of elite fighter you are. In the heavyweight division, if a punch land flush, you might go down. Ain't nobody here. Not everybody's Rocky Marciano. And even Rocky Marciano had his rematch versus Charles. Even Rocky Marciano, right before he retired, I believe two out of the last 3 fights, he had a rematch. You understand? Let's move forward to another fight. Bellew and Hay. Hay had the opportunity to get his get back. He lost twice. You remember Lennox Lewis when he got knocked the F out by Rockman? Did Lennox Lewis get his rematch? Did a lot of people in the UK and out here wrote him off? As a matter of fact, let's go. No. Matter of fact, let's stay with the Lewis. Let me move on, but then we're gonna go back to the Lewis. Let's go back. Let's go to the Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury. You remember that? I know we remember in this community. Oh hell yeah, we remember the Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder. But sometimes we forget about the first fight. We forget about the first fight because we understand that in the second fight, Tyson Fury beat Deontay Wilder from pillar to post to the point, man. He lost his cojones, he lost his mind. The man started twerking like the chicks in Atlanta in the strip club. And I know the first time we saw that video of Deontay Wilder twerking, that wasn't the first time. He was practicing. That man been practicing. He was twerking. But you remember? You remember the first fight? You remember Mr. Undertaker? You remember the 12th round? You remember when Deontay Wilder landed that combination and stuff like that? We thought that Tyson Fury was dead. Jack Reese was counting. I thought he was dead. He got back up, right? And put it this way. in the rematch in the second fight, that second fight that Tyson Fury whooped him from pillar to post, right? Tyson Fury was the underdog. Because the last impression that we see of Tyson Fury was that he got almost knocked out cold, but he rose back up and he fought with particular fortitude and mental fortitude. But still, that didn't give the people the indication that, oh, he's gonna be Deontay Wilder in the second fight. He was an underdog. He got his opportunity, not right away, because he had to, cash in with that contract, but he got his rematch. He got his rematch and beat Deontay Wilder from pillar to post. Deontay Wilder was talking about somebody drugged him. Tyson Fury is because he's white. It's because and the sanctioning bodies was in it. And Mark Breland spiked the water. And the two homos that was the designer of his costume was heavy. And oh my God, the excuses after excuses after excuses. Remember. And then Deontay Wilder wanted a rematch, the trilogy. And a lot of us, even including myself, was that no, you ain't gonna do nothing. Man, the first fight, Tyson Fury was outboxing you, and in the second fight, he outslugged you. Ain't nothing you're gonna do better. You ain't gonna do nothing to Tyson Fury. Remember, most of us were saying that. Most of us were saying that. Because and also not only because we just didn't want to see Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, also it's because we wanted to see the undisputed with Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua, which they was in position to fight for the undisputed, right? But what happened the third fight? Let me tell you like this, ladies and gentlemen. Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury, the trilogy, is probably the last best heavyweight, the most entertaining heavyweight matchup I've seen. And to be honest, it probably maybe was the best heavyweight championship that I've seen outside of the classic ones of the past. Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury 3 was awesome. And guess what? In the trilogy, Deontay Wilder was this close of beating Tyson Fury. This close. He fought better in the trilogy that he did the first fight and the second fight. Yeah, he lost. But let's be real, let's be honest. If anybody doubt the heart of Deontay Wilder got all the respect from the boxing world that night, even with his butt being whooped by Tyson Fury. We didn't want the fight because we think that we know the heart and the particular fortitude of these fighters. We're not in the gym with these guys. We don't know what they're really capable of doing, capable of overcoming, capable of going to the drawing board. We think we know it all because we just see what we see and think that we gotta orchestrate and pull the plug on these fighters. We need to stop doing that. This is a sport, and we're fans of the sport. I'm not here to babysit fighters like some of these fan bases. No, I don't want my tanky to fight Teofimo Lopez. No, 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 no. Mr. Teofimo Lopez does not. He's not an A-side. He does not, have thousands of people in the arena. Mike Tanky will not fight Teofimo Lopez. I don't care how much you like. We're gonna fight Roach. The boxing world, man, we babysit because we bougie now. The boxing fans is bougie, especially in this side of the pond. Lennox Lewis versus Rottman. Remember that? Knocked him out cold, and Lennox Lewis came right back. But let's go back. Let's go back before that. Let's go back before that. Hold on, let me put the picture. Let's go back to Lennox Lewis versus Oliver McCall. Lennox Lewis versus Oliver McCall. Now you can relate that and translate this to Oliver. Think about this. Lennox Lewis and Anthony Joshua. Just let's compare them, right? Lennox Lewis lost to Oliver McCall early in his career, right? Anthony Joshua lost to Andy Ruiz, right? Lennox Lewis got his get back, his opportunity, his rematch. What happened in the rematch? What happened in the rematch, folks? Man, he beat him up so bad. He was the real first, the poster boy of mental illness. He gave him a mental illness that has carried on for the rest of his life. In this rematch. Now, don't you think that people was writing off Lennox Lewis a long time ago? And then you don't think they wrote him off with the Oliver McCall loss? And then you don't you think don't you think they wrote him off after the Rockmount fight? The same thing with Anthony Joshua. A lot of people wrote him off after the Andy Ruiz, and that Anthony Joshua humbled the boxing world. And then, you know what I'm saying? Just like what he could do now. Just like what he could do with Danny Dubois. Yes, it looks bad, but damn it, the Povetkin and Dillian White shit look bad too. But Anthony Joshua has proven that he'll feel willing to fight anybody, any place, anytime. Why don't we give the benefit of the doubt to Anthony Joshua, who has proven that he's willing to fight the best? If there's any heavyweight of this era, Anthony Joshua should get the benefit of the doubt from us. Look at his resume. Y'all remember that fight? Y'all remember Galata and Riddick Bowe? I still don't know how Riddick Bowe got his balls. You remember? That was a rematch too. That was a rematch. Andrew Galata got disqualified for low blowing Riddick Bowe like nobody been low blow before. He was giving Riddick Bowe low blows, more low blows than a porn star. If you know what I'm talking about. And Riddick Bowe still had the balls. Hey, yo, I'm saying, like, and Riddick Bowe still had the balls to rematch Galata, the man that was trying to take his balls away from him. There was a rematch. This is the heavyweight division, y'all. Look, and again, you don't have to win it all as well. Evander Holyfield versus Mike Tyson. Evander Holyfield stopped Mike Tyson, and they had an immediate rematch. This is not the welterweight division. This is not the middleweight division. This is not the lightweight division. This is not the super middleweight division. The heavyweight division historically is just a different division. They could only avenge themselves. They could only look at themselves. There's not a lot of opportunities for heavyweights because it's just that division. It's just that division. It's not like, yo, a fighter in the lightweight division is struggling and stuff like that. Let me move up because I think the weight is the one that's messing me up in these fights. Let me move up to the junior welterweight division and then make a whole nother, resurrect my career in this division. Oh, you know what? Let me go to the 154-pound division. I was in the 147-pound division. Let me go. See, heavyweights can't do that. What's good, MAW in the building? What's good, man? Heavyweights can't do that. They only got each other. Ken Norton versus Muhammad Ali. You remember when Ken Norton broke the jaw of Muhammad Ali? Broke his jaw. First time that Muhammad Ali couldn't talk. Because, he had the best mouthpiece and still got the best mouthpiece ever. The best trash talker ever in any sport. Muhammad Ali. Got his jaw broken by Ken Norton. Had a rematch, and Muhammad Ali beat Ken Norton. Muhammad Ali lost to Leon Spinks, had a rematch and beat Leon Spinks. Joe Frazier fought Jerry Quarry and got a rematch with Jerry Quarry and still beat Jerry Quarry again. This is the heavyweight division. People stop being bougie. Stop saying that Anthony Joshua needs to retire. We're the hardcore boxing fans. We're glad that the heavyweight division is lit because 10 years ago, it wasn't. 7, 8 years ago, it wasn't. We were saying that the heavyweight division is dead. And when the heavyweight division is dead, that what they say, wherever the heavyweight division goes, boxing goes. 98,000 people went to see AJ versus Danny Dubois. Only the heavyweights got it in them to do that. How many people was over there with Tyson Fury and Dillian White? This is the heavyweight division. I believe also. I do believe. See, I'm not a slave to the moment. I'm not a slave to the moment. I do think that AJ got it in him to beat Danny Dubois. It's different in the heavyweight division. Yeah, skills pay the bills, but once that punch lands, it's all over. See, in the heavyweight division, that notion that, oh, once you get hit, everything changes, that really happens in the heavyweight division. That's a phrase for the heavyweight division, really. I know other fighters have used that phrase, you know what I'm saying? The Mike Tyson phrase. No, 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 no. In the heavyweight division, that's where it really counts. Hunter the Hunt said, yeah, I use that. A good way to maintain accountability. So I think that AJ, Eddie Hearn, his team are are doing a good job at exercising the rematch. I do believe that Anthony Joshua still got the skills to beat Danny Dubois. I think he still got the punching power to beat Danny Dubois. Danny Dubois is not invincible as well. And shout out to Danny Dubois, but we've seen Danny Dubois also in vulnerable position, and we've seen the statistical 42 and mental 42 with Danny Dubois. I love to see, even though that he lost, and even though it didn't go long, I like to, even in the fight with Andy Ruiz, you could tell AJ, you gotta kill him if you want to beat him. He's gonna keep on getting up. If he can't, he will keep on getting up, and he's shown that in the past. One of his biggest wins was Klitschko. A man like that with all that money could have quit a long time ago. A man like that could have quit a long time ago. Yeah, that's like when people be like, "Oh, AJ don't have to do this anymore." We know that AJ don't have to do this anymore, but that's what gives me more of a, you know what I'm saying? That's why I support him even more, because we know that he don't have to do this. Right? For example, a lot of people is critiquing Canelo Alvarez, right? Canelo Alvarez have it all. Canelo Alvarez doesn't want to compete with the best. He don't want a threatening fight. But AJ does. AJ still does. AJ don't have to fight no Danny Dubois. AJ could just AJ could just sit around and be like, you know what? I want Deontay Wilder fight or the Tyson Fury fight. I don't need to fight nothing else. I don't need to. He didn't have to put himself to fight Danny Dubois. And we all know that he's the A side. He don't have to. He didn't have to. Warrior Monk says AJ should retire. Why? Why he should retire? Punch, you do think Dubois get cheated in the Usyk fight? Yep. I think that Danny Dubois did get cheated in that fight. I do believe that he landed a clear body shot. It was not a low blow. Not in my opinion. It could have been borderline, but it was not, in my opinion. I think that was a legal shot. And that's why I would love to see a rematch with him and Danny Dubois. And a lot of people say, yeah, but what happened after the low blow? He still got knocked out. Yeah, but the mental, it was a lot of time. Usyk took a lot of time. And then, you when you're an athlete and you lose that adrenaline and stuff like that. I think that and Danny Dubois just lost his adrenaline when he really thought that he landed a good shot. He really thought that he became a heavyweight champion. I think it was the mental part. The mental part took a lot out of him. But I think I'm not gonna say he got cheated. I don't think that every like that the politics was in it, but I do think that the ref make that call right. And you could tell that these refs, they know these fighters. You know what I'm saying? It's just like that ref yesterday with Anthony Joshua. Like he was trying to save, and it looked like he had money in the fight. Like he betted on it. Like he was saving. He wanted AJ to keep on. He even counted in the last one. He was counting, motherfucker. Man. Ben Davidson had a run from his corner, man. That's it. We done, ref. What the hell you counting for? Look like that ref was like 5, 6, get up, man. 7. Hey, I bet a lot of money up in my house on you. I think the ref, I think the ref yesterday, I think he betted on the money. I think he lost a lot of money. He probably lost his house. Because the man just kept on. At that point, you're not supposed to be counting. Come on, man. Anthony Johnson just getting beaten up from pillar to post. There's no more counting after the fourth one. All right. He was like, four, fucking, oh, Joshua, actually, my wife is gonna kill me. 7, you still counting? You damn fool. That's a knockout and you don't count. That's a knockout where the referee should be calling the paramedics to step inside the ring. That's the type of knockout that the ref should be looking at the paramedics. Get in the ring, doctor. Get in the ring right away. Motherfucker counting. He counting like the like the counting man in Sesame Street. 1, 2, 3. Oh, oh, oh. Man, stop counting, man. AJ looks spooked walking in the ring. Nah, AJ ain't afraid of nobody, man. AJ signed contracts. He ain't afraid of nobody. He don't look spooked. He's not afraid of nobody. I'm saying like this. It's hard for fighters to be afraid of their opponent. One thing, you know why? Because sometimes fans, it's like we forget, look, also fans, we forget the preparation. You think that they just saw each other and be like, hey, yo, my man, I want to fight you. I want to fight you too. All right, let's go at it right now. Nah, these guys are training 10 weeks to prepare for this opponent. They train, that's it, they locked in. They lead their family out to a side. Most of these fighters, even when their woman is pregnant, they lose to see their child being born. It's a sacrifice. It's like going to war. It's like you going to boot camp or whatever that type of training before they send you off in Afghanistan or something like that. You're trained for this. I ain't gonna say that there's no nervousness, but you train for this. He's not scared of the opponent. Let me say it like this. These fighters are not scared of their opponent. They might be scared of the outcome in front of people. They might be afraid of how people are going to see them if they don't look too good. They're not afraid. They're more afraid to be embarrassed in front of their woman, in front of their children. If they lose in front of their kids, they won't be super dad no more. Imen, con los 5 pesos de Super Chari Chari Pari que me dice, Ponchi, Bacol is the real boogeyman in the division. Oh, I will see. We'll see. We hear, come on, man. How many times we hear boogeyman all the time? We've been hearing about that boogeyman word, and every time we attach that, you notice that every time we attach the boogeyman word to a fighter, they never turn out to be the boogeyman. Every time we attach the boogeyman, I don't know, maybe, but we'll see. Sucker in the building. Social media era makes it hard on fighters when they lose now. Santino, yeah, facts. Yeah, man. But so it's because they engage so much on social media. And this is the problem also. High, low, dímelo con los 2 pesos de plátano. Me dice, if it's moonshine, it has to be great, better than Foster Flakes. Gracias de lo mío. God bless you. High, low. Hope everything is well. Um, I think this is what it is. It's not that it's just social media. Is that you know, even when you see these fighters engage with people on Twitter, IG, and whatever, the problem with these fighters is they always focus on the negative comments. They never focus on the props that they give, that people give them. They never focus on the praise. They always focus. Every time that fighters go back at a fan or another Twitter account is when they say something negative. They never be like, good looking out. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate my fans. Yo, what up, man? Yo, hey, yo, you coming to my fight? Hopefully, you come to my fight. You know what I'm saying? They never engage on the positive. That's why these fight is not, to be honest, it's not social media, because in social media also, if you tally up the negative and the positive, how much you want to bet that would be probably like 80-20, 80-20 for most of the fighters. It would be 80-20, 80 support and 20 hate, and they would just focus on the hate. You see a bunch of people giving their props and doing videos for them and doing collages for them and doing, you know what I'm saying, show highlight video, all that. They focus on the negative. Like Clarissa Shields, she focused on the negative. Terrence Book Crawford focused on the negative. You hear Tank Davis, he only replies to negative. Ryan Garcia only replies to negative. Everybody replies to negative. They never want to reply to the positive. But then they always be like, that's why they think, a lot of these fighters think that everybody hates them. No, you just focus on the hate. Hunter of the Hunt with the $5 super chat says, I don't think the Sheik is the best for boxing, but he is damn sure opening eyes to who some of these fighters really are with these fights. To be, I I don't think that, I don't know if he's great for boxing, because all I'm saying is I don't think the fighters are taking advantage of Sheik. I think the promoters are taking Sheik's money, and they're gonna get to the point where Sheik pulls out of the business of boxing, right? Because it can happen anytime. That's why I don't trust. There is no stability with Sheik. We don't know what he really, really wants. He just could be a fan and be like, you know what, I want to see these fights, and that's it, and then pulls out. But guess what? Then these promoters gonna get used to not really spending their own money. That's what happened with these TV networks giving him the budget, and they was pocketing the budget. Or some of these guys was overpaying these fighters, like Eddie Hearn was overpaying Devin Haney when he really didn't have a market value, but he was still paying him $3 million a pop. I don't know if he's really good. You know why, Hunter? This why. Because he says that he wants great fights. I'm here to put on great fights. I want great matchups. I want boxing to be like it once was back in the days where they was fighting and everybody was fighting each other. But you messed up the heavyweight also. As much as he helped the heavyweight, he messed he messed the momentum and the illusion. See, Usyk and Tyson Fury was supposed to be way bigger than what it is. But because you put Tyson Fury in the ring with Francis Ngannou, and then Francis Ngannou exposed the guy that was supposed to be the best of this era, a lot of people from this side of the pond was not talking about Tyson Fury and Usyk, and we haven't had a heavyweight undisputed champion in almost 25 years, because that messed up everything. That fight exposed the heavyweight division. And the Tyson Fury versus Usyk was just not what it was supposed to be. It's not what it was supposed to be. You was not supposed to put that matchup on your chain. And look, I'm gonna give you another matchup that a lot of people was talking about, that that everybody knows that follow the channel and are familiar with the channel. You know that I'm highly against this Crawford versus Canelo. But guess what? Turkey is pushing that. Turkey is willing to pay anything for Canelo to fight a big mismatch. That's not the fight. That's not the best. That's a total mismatch. It's just that, his name Bud and Canelo. No, that's a mismatch. He support. How about you give Canelo Alvarez all the money to fight the winner of Dimitri Bivol and Beterbiev? That's a fight. That's a legacy fight. And if Bivol beats Beterbiev, in which I'm actually predicting that Bivol is going to beat Beterbiev, but I'm actually really, I like Beterbiev more, but my prediction is that Bivol beat Beterbiev, and then Bivol will have on his resume Beterbiev in it and Canelo, and Canelo can move up to the light heavyweight, dare to be great again, get his get back, and have an opportunity to become a two-division undisputed world champion. That's a fight. That's a fight. Hunter of the Hunt with the $2 super chat says, did you notice that Haney looked bigger than Bud? I mean, Haney does walk around like a super middleweight. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look, he's been a weight bully for quite. Everybody knows that. His own fans know that. They just like to come up with a damn excuse. You know what I'm saying? He rehydrates more than any other 140 pounder. It's funny when people wanted to even have a debate of, but did you hear Edgar Berlanga come in 25 pounds? He's 168 and he walks around. You know, it's different. 140 pounder rehydration 25 pounds is way different from 168 pounder rehydrating 25 pounds. The heavier you are, the more water you retain. But people don't know that. Trying to compare Balaga and Haney. Devin Haney. Yeah, Devin Haney is, man. Devin Haney calling Eddie Hearn at 6 o'clock in the morning for some tickets, man. You got some nerves. But I get it. You know why I get it? Not the 6 o'clock in the morning, but just asking for ish, is that everybody really does it. I'm gonna give you an example. If I got people that's traveling to New York City, right? If I got people that's traveling to New York City and I know a promoter and they want to go out, where is it to go out? You know, I'm only here for 4 days. I want to go out to this. What would I do? I hit up a promoter that I know. Yo, I'm gonna go through and stuff like that. Yeah, you want to be you want the accommodation. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? I think everybody that got some pull, they got a plug, they got a connect or something like that. We all do it. It could be in the lower scale, but we all do it, right? The only thing with Devin Haney is that I feel like Devin Haney and the Haneys, and I think that Eddie Hearn feels that these guys are highly ungrateful because, I've invested in you, bro. I invested, and I ain't invested small money. I was paying you more than your minimum was more than almost any fighter that I had outside of Anthony Joshua. You have minimums. And you ain't even have a market. You ain't beat nobody. You ain't had no strap. You ain't had no nothing. Your minimum, you was getting paid. I invested in you. So when the time comes for your big fights, I want in. Is not even one in. You should want me in. And I think that Eddie Hearn understood that, oh, these guys are just hustlers and stuff like that. They hustling, they users. They talking to me about a deal, and they talking to somebody else about the same deal. What's going on? I think that right there, that was a red flag when Devin Haney signed to Top Rank, even though that Haney had to do it to accomplish what he accomplished, right? Um, I think the last one was the Ryan Garcia fight. I think that was the one that, oh, y'all really wanted to take all that percentage to yourself. Oh, y'all really gonna leave me hanging? Because I could have been, I'll give you an example. Berlanga, Berlanga and Canelo. They made sure, you know what I'm saying? They made sure Eddie Hearn was gonna facilitate that deal and approve that fight. You were supposed to let Eddie Hearn facilitate that deal with Golden Boy Promotions. You were supposed to, but you did it. So Eddie Hearn's like, wow, I invest this money on this kid, but when it's time for us to cash in with you, we're nowhere to be found. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm sitting next to you and stuff like that, but that's not what needs to be. That's not what Eddie Hearn really deserved. So then after the fight, you lose, and you think, and you mad at Eddie Hearn for not bidding on the fight with Sando Martin. Oh, now you want Eddie Hearn to come for the rescue. Oh, after Eddie Hearn gave you another pay-per-view fight, your homecoming fight with Regis Prograis, he hooked you up. And then you get a chance with Ryan Garcia, and he's not in the mix the way that he was supposed to be in the mix. And then when you take your loss, you depending on Eddie Hearn. When you ain't got no ticket, you depending on Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn ain't your daddy. Why don't you call Bill Haney and say, "Oh, can we get some tickets for the fight?" And this is when you know that if he don't get Eddie Hearn, he'll call somebody else with him, right? Because he still got into place, right? He still got into the fight. He probably said, "Yo, bud, hook me up with Turkey Island Sheik. Yo, you got a spot open? Yo, I know you ain't with your big white. Well, yo." I think Eddie Hearn was just like, "Nah, man, I ain't effing with this guy, bruv." And Eddie Hearn let him know, "You are not my fighter. You are not my fighter, bruv. Don't ever disrespect me like that, bruv. You're not my fighter. I take care of my fighters. You didn't even want to sign that deal with Matchroom. Right after the Ryan Garcia fight, you didn't want to sign the deal. You didn't want to sign the deal, but then you expect Eddie Hearn to bid on the fight. Yo, it's like yo, it's almost like this. It's almost like this. You do a lot for this shorty. You have a great relationship. You have a great, you know what I'm saying, great chemistry and everything. You take her on vacation, you help her with some bills, you buy her you buy her some breasts, you buy him some booty, you buy her the lip, you buy her body up, man. And you ain't trying to buy her body in Dominican Republic or Colombia. You go out there in damn Beverly Hills and do her body, right? And then she don't want to be wifey. You do all this for this woman, she don't want to be wifey. Damn, woman, I thought, by the time that I asked you, or put it this way, y'all together, y'all dating, but she don't want to get married when you propose to her. That's what happens. When Matchroom Boxing had that contract after the fight, all right, sign the contract. Nah, I don't want to sign the contract. What you mean you don't want to sign the contract, damn it? What you mean you don't want to sign the contract? All that money we've been invested in your ass. All that titty and booty we gave you. But this is the sport of boxing also. Am I saying that Devin Haney is wrong? No, I'm not saying I'm not even saying that Devin Haney is wrong. But what I'm saying is you got choices. People make choices. And that doesn't mean that the result you gotta understand the results for those choices. Because at the end of the day, this is boxing, and in boxing, everybody uses each other. 90% everybody's using each other. You heard what Devin Haney said also. That's why I respect Bob and Oscar De La Hoya, because they don't pretend to be my friend. Eddie Hearn didn't pretend to be his friend. You pretended to be Eddie Hearn's friend. You pretended to respect Eddie Hearn. Y'all pretended to be Eddie Hearn's friend, not the other way around. Devin Haney tried to use that guilty trip on Eddie Hearn. Man, that shit backfired. No, you pretended to be Eddie Hearn's boy because it was Eddie Hearn to put money in your pocket. The type of money that everybody know in the sport of boxing that you didn't have that type of market. You didn't have $3 million. And even with the money that you was getting, you was trying to tell everybody, "Oh, I make more money than you. I'm a boss. I make more money than you," and stuff like that. Everybody knowing. And that's what Eddie Hearn let you know this is your value. Your value is getting $1 million a pop, probably, because in that Sando Martin purse bid exposed your value. So Eddie Hearn is telling him in other ways that you're gonna sign with us and stuff like that. Now I ain't gonna sign with them. Then look at your value, bro. You think that you really this guy? You really think that you worth all this money? You're not worth all this money, bruv. I just I just set a market up, but that wasn't really your market. But I would have thought that with investment and me believing in you and stuff like that, and me letting you be the boss and not taking advantage of you like another promoter would, you would have stood by me. That's what happened. Rapstar Boxing Out said there's claims that Teofimo, there are claims Teofimo, man, we all know that's a damn lie. Rapstar, we all know that's a damn lie. Just look at what he said. He told Andre Ward, he said, Teofimo Lopez says that he's not ready. Hey, let me see it like this. Teofimo Lopez is more ready than ever because Teofimo Lopez just came out of camp with Canelo Alvarez. You're talking about more ready. Devin Haney, you ain't ready. Devin Haney, you're not even clear to spar yet. You're the one that's not ready. He said they was supposed to fight in October or something like that. Man, please stop the lies. Turkey Alashiki never mentioned even Teofimo Lopez's name. I don't even think that Turkey knows that Teofimo Lopez exists. He's mentioned Virgil Ortiz. He's mentioned Shakur. He mentioned Haney himself. He's mentioned Bud, Benavidez. He mentioned Tank. He never, ever, ever mentioned Teofimo Lopez's name. What offer he sent? Teofimo Lopez, right? One shooter to fight. He said Bob Aaron paid value too. No, he didn't. He gave him the $2.8 million. He said he gave, just like Devin Haney said, 24 hours, take it or leave it deal. Eddie Hearn was paying Devin Haney $3 million a pop during the pandemic where everybody was taking a pay cut. $3 million a pop during the pandemic. He got $3 million to fight Jorge Linares. He got $3 million to fight Gamboa out there in Florida. Nobody was getting that type of minimum $3 million a pop during the pandemic. That's how much Eddie Hearn was looking out for Devin Haney. He was giving him the bag. Devin was in London to kiss up to Turkey. That's the only way he can hope to get a big. That's what it was. That's what it was. And Eddie Hearn knew that. You're not here for me. You want me to give you a ticket so you can sit right next to Turkey, but you're not here for me. You're not here for me. You trying to be spontaneous, calling me at 6 o'clock in the morning, acting like you want to be my friend. You ain't want to be my friend. You ain't here for me. You here to do some business on your own. The Haneys got no loyalty. That's what it is. The Haneys, hey yo, the Haneys are sharks also, but you're a small entity, a tiny, 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 tiny entity in the sport of boxing. So you really got to watch your steps. You really got to watch your steps. You really got to watch those missteps because you're a really small entity. You can't rub people wrong because look how they put you in your place with that purse bid. So you're telling me that that Devin Haney dropped the belt and that they made an offer. Who made an offer? Because I know damn sure no, it wasn't Turkey. It wasn't Eddie Hearn because Eddie Hearn was trying to try to make an offer with Devin Haney, and Devin Haney won $4 million. You see why? See, Devin Haney wants $4 million without a belt. Devin Haney wants $4 million more than what Golden Boy gave him a minimum to. See, Devin Haney feels like, oh, Eddie Hearn, you should give me the $4 million, of course, because you was giving me $3 million when I was a nobody. You see where Devin Haney is at? The report is that Devin Haney feels like with the accomplishment that he already accomplished, why would he move backwards and get anything less now he's fought in pay-per-view, he became champion. Now his minimum, the less that he want to fight Pyro is $4 million. See? Now he thinks he's four. No, you're not $4 million. It's not your minimum. There was only 11,000 people. 11,000 people in the Barclays Center. That wasn't a sold out crowd. It was 11,000 people. That was you filled up, y'all filled up a little bit more than half of what the Barclays Center holds. So I just think that Eddie Hearn, you know what I'm saying? Say, nah, man, you ain't fooling me no more. Go tell somebody else to give you the money. Get out of here. Don't bother me. Go get somebody else to give you a ticket. See, the Haney's got to sort out their business right now. But see, the reason why Devin Haney feels the need that look when he needs a ticket, where's Eddie Hearn? When there's a purse bid, where's Eddie Hearn? Because Devin Haney and the Haneys know that the guy that really showed them love was Eddie Hearn, but you took him for granted. The Haneys took Eddie Hearn for granted. And now they searching for that type of money that they was getting fighting nobodies. But ain't nobody gonna give that to you. Golden Boy ain't gonna give you that money. Eddie Hearn or Bob or old Bob don't owe shit to free agent Devin. Facts. I appreciate your takes, Punch. Smash the like button, folks. That's what I'm talking about. MAW in the building with the $5 super chat. Appreciate you, bro. It's true. But you know what, MAW? Devin don't owe them anything because he's a fighter as well. But you know what Devin owes him? I believe good business. Good business. Because Eddie Hearn was good business. That's one thing that a lot of people, whether you like Eddie or not, Eddie Hearn pays you. There's never been a late payment. There's never been any issues with Eddie Hearn's not paying or not paying good. Eddie Hearn pays. That's why his nickname is Earn with Hearn. But I think that Devin Haney took it for granted. Devin Haney took it for granted. And I think that how he disrespected him on Twitter, and you saw how angry Eddie Hearn was with Devin, because he's like, yo, my man, out of anybody, you would disrespect me in public like that? Because I ain't give you because I ain't want to answer your 6 a.m. call for a damn ticket when I got 98, almost 100,000 people. I have 100,000 people, a show that's gonna be 100,000 people. People from all over the country hitting me up. Big, probably the prime minister's hitting me up right now. Family, managers, wife. Like, yo, my man, Eddie Hearn got a wife too, bro. Eddie Hearn, he already got her some kids, bro. Father, commission, trainers. And you call him at 6 o'clock in the morning, like I'm a low life. You could call me at 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to pick up for some tickets. How much would it be if Eddie Hearn called Devin Haney at 6 o'clock in the morning? He won't even pick up. Devin thinks he's Floyd Mayweather, but that's what happened. And look, he's successful. Devin Haney is successful. He's a businessman. I think that he's again like he's doing what other people may do when they got to connect or they trying to get to some place, just like if you want to get to a club. You know what I'm saying? Look, if I go to Miami, guess what? Look, I go to Miami, I'm gonna hit one of my guys that he's a bouncer, and another dude that I know that he's a promoter. As soon as I go to Miami, I'm hitting them up to get a. It is. I understand I understand the mindset of Devin Haney. I understand it. We all do it. We all do it in a lower scale. We all do it. But there's also a give and take. And it looks like with Devin Haney and Eddie, Devin Haney and Eddie Hearn, it's only a take from Devin. It's not a give and take. You know what I'm saying? And at this point, Eddie Hearn have noticed. No, you got like the sport of boxing is a very, very small world. Everybody knows each other's business. Everybody. These managers and promoters, they're like attorneys, like defense and prosecutors. Like, yeah, they'll go to court and one will defend you, the one is against you, and you think that your attorney doesn't like the attorney and the other side. Guess what? Guess who's having lunch? Guess who's having lunch? Guess who went to school together? The prosecutors and the defender. They don't care about you. You just a client. Even if you got a rape charge, they just gonna defend you. When it comes to prosecuting defenders, that's their job. Just like these managers and promoters, they know that fighters come and go. Their relationship is not to hold on relationships with you. It's to hold on relationship with the promoter and the sanctioning bodies. The fighters come and go. They don't give a fuck about you. You lose twice, you lose once, you're out of here. So these managers are trying to hold on to relationship with the promoters and sanctioning bodies and network. Those are the relationship they hold on to, not with the fighters. And you saw the attitude of Eddie Hearn that, okay, I'm no longer working with Eddie Hearn. You see now he's talking to to Devin Haney the way that he would talk to somebody he don't work with. That's the attitude, right? And guess what? Bill Haney got that attitude right back. He's all nice, giving all props to Oscar De La Hoya, but after the fight, that said, we ain't dealing with you, man. F you, Oscar, right? F you, Bob. Bob don't know nothing. Bob is old. Bob is this and stuff like that. But when you work with Bob, Bill Haney, they're so cordial, and even Bob Arum cordial. Yeah, Bill Haney has done a wonderful job with his son. It's always been like that. So I'm not saying that the Haneys is wrong, but they're just in a different place. You don't got a network. You don't got a turkey. You don't got that. You don't got that type of pull. So you really, if I was the Haneys, I would have stayed humble to the point where I'm in position like that. I think the Haneys, I think, look. The Haneys just didn't get greedy with Ryan Garcia. They got greedy with everybody else. Because of Eddie Hearn, what he that Eddie Hearn said, I wish I could have facilitated that deal with Ryan Garcia. You know why they didn't facilitate that deal? Because probably Bill Haney and the attorney knew I'm not giving a cut, no percentage to Eddie Hearn for this fight that we're projecting in their head that they're gonna make so much money close to the Tank and Ryan. I don't want to cut in. No, this is mine. It was ego. It was ego. You forgot that you was the A side. You was stuck on every dollar. Ryan Garcia came in overweight, and you guys ain't even had no type of rehydration clause for the next day. You just took the $600,000 or whatever what it was, and that's what it was. And you gotta hold Bill Haney accountable for this one because I praise Bill Haney for being manager of the year and putting his son in position, always in the right place at the right time. But a mishap like that, that was a big mistake. Not only a big mistake that caused you the fight, but the way that Ryan Garcia beat Devin Haney, that's a big mistake that almost cost your son his life. That's how bad it was. That was a mismanaged to a T. That was horrible mismanaged right there. You went from Bill went from an astounding in a manager of the year to doing to then dealing with Ryan Garcia like you never managed the fighter. That's how bad it was. And you the A side, you the champion, but you was acting like y'all was low lives. Y'all was acting like y'all was desperate for anything. That's how y'all negotiated that deal. Like y'all was desperate. Like if Ryan Garcia is throwing you a bone. DJ MFB in the building, Mike from Boston in the building. What's good, brother? Thriller in the building. Members of Punch Drunk Boxing, MFB. What's good, man? What's new, man? Hope everything is well, my brother. Thriller in the building said Devin Diva Haney loses to all elites from here on. And I'm glad Ryan mopped him all over the ring. Gonna say that Teofimo Lopez is not ready for Haney. And he just came from and he's in you saw how in shape How does Teofimo Lopez look, and how does Devin Haney look? Let's see who was not ready. He just came from a camp with Canelo Alvarez. And this is what I mean. Like, damn, like, sometimes these lies are worse than my 6 year old, bro. 7 year old. Like like those lies, like, oh yeah, and they offer Tio, and he said that he's not ready. Ready for you? Man, you are the weakest link right now. What you mean ready for you? You ain't ready. You're not ready. You haven't even cleared to spar. Everybody go to box rec right now. Go to box rec right now. Put Devin Haney box rec, and he still got a suspension from the New York State Athletic Commission. He's not even cleared to spar or nothing like that. He's not even cleared. He's not even cleared. Talking about ready. And then people in this community eats it up. Like, damn, like, yo, why would you like that's self-explanatory. Like, that's self-explanatory is BS. He said Bill Haney made Brian Norman Jr. look like Al Heyman managing Floyd. Hey, yo, that's a good one. Bill Haney made Brian Norman Sr. look like Al Heyman managing Floyd. Facts. Yeah, that was a good one, bro. That was a good one. Yo. That was a good one, bro. Facts. And you could tell, because what did Devin Haney say in the interview with Andre Ward? If you would do it again, would you fight Ryan Garcia? Yeah, well, it'll be different. Bill Haney said the same thing with Cameron and Mace. Yes, it'll be different. So they know there was a mishaps right there. But then Devin Haney was saying, "Oh my God, Devin Haney doesn't want to take accountability that Ryan Garcia's skills beat him. He's trying to say, oh no, he was Osterin ain't going to do a damn thing. Well, you can't even elevate testosterone with Osterin. Osterin is just as good as soy milk for men." I'm like, and that's why Devin Haney is not ready. Devin Haney is not ready. Devin is not ready. Hopefully he gets ready because he's still young. Devin Haney is still young. He's gonna be 26 in November. Only 25 years old. It seems like he's older, but he's only 25 years old. You know what I'm saying? I think that Devin Haney's gonna get some good wins under his belt. I don't know if he's ever gonna be this pound for pound fighter. If he's keep moving up, they saying that he might move to the 147-pound division. Good luck. Donald Banks in the building with a $2 super chat said, "What up with my crazy Dominican homie? Pons Tronqueo Boxeo." Dímelo, mi hermano. What's good, man? Chilling, my brother. What's new with you, man? Good looking. I appreciate you with the $2 beans. I want to see Devin at his best, so no excuses with Tio. Yeah, man. Like, I don't think Devin Haney. Look, mark my words. Devin Haney will not be in the ring this year. If he does, it'll be late December. I don't think he's gonna back in the ring. I don't think he don't look like in shape. And his, yeah, I just don't think that he's gonna be back in the ring. And he let go of his belt for a reason. I think this would be the smart thing for Devin Haney, in my opinion. What's good with Ramos? I think this will be the I think that Devin Haney will fight anybody in the top 15, catch weight, 144, 145. Get your feet back, get your confidence back, get back into the winning column, and then get a big fight, you know what I'm saying, later on in 2025, in my opinion. I think that's what it is. You know, Devin Haney also been active. He's been an active fighter, you know, ever since he started. Like, he never took like a year off or nothing like that, like other fighters. You know, he's fighting twice a year and stuff. So you got to credit Devin Haney for that. Um, I just think that Devin Haney, he did lose to Ryan Garcia. I don't give a damn about the thing about the Oscar. The Oscar did not whoop Devin Haney. It was the skills and talent of Ryan Garcia that whooped Devin Haney. I think that Devin Haney needs to just take accountability for that. I think the people around Devin Haney should stop with this Oscar. He's not going to move forward, and Because if you think that Ryan Garcia, if you think that Ryan Garcia beating you was not legit, that it was just Osterman, that you would think that your team did a beautiful job, that your father did a beautiful job in the corner, that your team, your coaches did a beautiful job, that you did a great job in the ring, and you will do the same thing you did in preparation for Ryan Garcia to fight Ryan Garcia again. And that's the thing. You cannot say that, oh no, Ryan really did it. It was Osterman. It was Osterman. It was Osterman. It was Osterman. If it was Osterman, then you're going to go back to the drawing board and do the same exact thing, work out the same way because you said you felt good, right? Okay, and then fight Ryan Garcia to see what's going to happen. He's going to do the same shit. He's going to knock you the F out and even worse. Mora! What's good, brother? What's good, man? But yeah, man. I think that again, um, I think that going back to the Anthony Joshua situation, I think that Anthony Joshua should not retire. I think that Anthony Joshua should go back to the drawing board like he always does and get the rematch with Danny Dubois. The nature of the heavyweight division historically, get your rematch, get your get back, win, lose, or draw, just get it back. Um, that's the nature of heavyweight. Just like I said, all these rematches from Ken Norton, Ali, Galata, Bo, Holyfield, Evander Holyfield, Evander Holyfield, Mike Tyson, Oliver McCall versus Lewis, Tyson Fury Wilder, Rockman Lewis, Hayes Bellew, White versus Povetkin, Ali versus Sonny Liston, Ruiz versus Anthony Joshua. Like, people need to stop again. Stop with the bouginess. Stop being a slave to the moment. Haney is acting like an oyster. Good looking out. Good looking out, brother. Doing good. Punch. Enjoy the show, man. I'm glad you are, bro. All right. Let me ask y'all a question. What was the best heavyweight rematch? What was the best heavyweight rematch you ever saw? The best heavyweight rematch. What was it? Shit, I think it would be Rockman and Lewis, man. The celebration when he did knock him out. I think, let me see. What was the best rematch? I probably, on the top of my head right now, will say Lewis and Rockman. Epoxy magic in the building. Haney is showing his private school attitude. Right? It's true, it's true. Huh? I mean, he's just acting up because Diddy couldn't get him the damn ticket. That's what it is. He called Diddy. If Diddy was out, he would have called Diddy first to give him the tickets, but he didn't pick up. So he was calling Devin, he was calling Eddie Hearn at 6 o'clock in the morning. Oh, they said, hey yo, folks. They said that, hey yo, the FBI is about to release a bunch of videos. Yo, everybody quiet. Meek Mills, Usher, everybody quiet. Everybody like, yo, man, they got Vaseline up. They got videos. Yo, we only seen a picture. We only seen a picture of Diddy and Devin Haney. I want to see the video of that pool party. Man, somebody was ducking under the pool, man, and doing bubbles. Bubbles. Man, the FBI got the tape. They got the hey yo, they got the tape with Devin Haney. They got the tape of Devin Haney and Diddy sparring. Hey yo, everybody want to see the tape of sparring? Yo, sparring, man. I got the hey yo. The FBI said, yeah, I got sparring from Devin Haney. Huh? They got bedroom sparring. Oh shit! Oh Lord, man. Oh man. Oh man, I want to see that. Y'all want to see it, man? I don't want to see that shit come out. And dad be like, dad, you gonna let Diddy do that? To you? You the fighter, how you gonna let him knock you out like that? Knocked you up. Man. Just jokes, just jokes. I ain't never any fan shit. It's just jokes. Alright? People gonna be like, look at Punch on Box and talk about Diddy. It's just jokes, man. I respect all fighters. Shout out to them Haney. Mike Tyson versus Holyfield was crazy. Iron Mike versus Bruno was awesome as a kid. Yeah, I like that fight. I like that rematch. I like that I like that finish. Was that the last best finish of Mike Tyson's career? I think so. That was the last best finish. When the way he put those combinations together while Bruno in the ropes with the body, then the uppercut, then the left hook, and he goes down. Yeah, I think that was the last best finish. Mike Tyson, there's a lot of rematches. Even look at think about it. Mike Tyson had Razor Ruddock rematch, Bruno rematch, and Evander Holyfield rematch. He has three rematches in his career because it's the heavyweight division. It's just so much you could do. You could still make money if another fighter has a brand name. Muhammad Ali fought George Chuvalo twice. I think Joe Frazier, again, I said it, he fought Jerry Quarry twice. I think Muhammad Ali also did it twice. Um, all these fighters has fought each other in rematches. That's the nature of the heavyweight division. Rockman and Lewis. Hmm. But yeah, man, that's my take for the night. Y'all already know that's hangover Sunday recap. Of course, not the fight that we got all our eyes set is Bivol versus Beterbiev. And of course, they're gonna be using Canelo Alvarez's name because I think that that's gonna be a good fight for Canelo Alvarez, the winner of that fight. Let's see if David Benavidez also get. I think there's gonna be so many content of if Canelo Alvarez go chase the winner of Bivol and Beterbiev, they're gonna be like, yo, well, Canelo Alvarez is cock blocking David Benavidez. Um, hey, it is what it is. You was in that position a long time ago and you didn't take that opportunity, David Benavidez, when the WBC re-ranked you in the light heavyweight division. You ain't take that opportunity to fight Beterbiev. So if Canelo Alvarez cock blocked you on that move, hey, it is what it is. Um, but also that's the fight, that's the event. And I want to see Ben Whitaker do his thing. I want him to send a statement to the light heavyweight division as well, because I think he's going to be the king of that division, like in 2 years. Also, and then Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor. You know what I'm saying? On in November, that's the biggest. I think those are the last two biggest fights of the year. Gervonta Tank Davis still haven't released who he's going to be fighting. Viz Roach is not a big fight. Um, I don't know if the one team from Lopez is gonna get back in the ring. He said he probably get back in the ring in December or maybe later this year during what you call the Heisman night. I want to see him back in the ring as well. I don't want him to, he already fought twice this year also though. So, he was in position to fight four times this year because if he would have took that September date and then he had another date, his traditional date in Heisman night on December, he could have fought four times this year. Um, but we can honestly say that Danny Dubois is fighter of the year. Um, I believe he's fighter of the year. A potential fight with Danny Dubois next. I'll rematch with AJ or Joseph Parker, who's done very very well. Both of these guys have done very very well. That would be a good fight. Joseph Parker versus Danny Dubois. Who else? Yeah, then if he could get the winner of and get his get back versus Usyk. The winner of Usyk and Tyson Fury. And let's see a Danny Dubois versus Tyson Fury. I got Tyson Fury being Alexander Usyk. Well, it's three big fights. Is Bivol Beterbiev, Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano, and Usyk and Tyson Fury. That's the biggest fight for the rest of the year. Yo, but everyone, thank you for showing me love, chopping it up in the comment section. Late night, y'all already know, man. Thank you for the people that support the channel, that subscribe to the channel, that donated to the channel. Tomorrow we back at it. Love you. And for the people that's been supporting the podcast, support the podcast. Please, my peoples, look out for your boy. Get the podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts as well. Just search Punch Run Boxing and see the latest episode that I dropped today. You know, when you driving in the car, y'all don't gotta be on YouTube all the time. Y'all can check it out right there. Love y'all. God bless. And on to the next.